Hello, welcome to another short film about drawing. This week I'm at Prescott for the vintage sports car event, which is one of the highlights of the year for me. It's kind of just, it's got all my favourite cars in one place basically, and they're all zooming about. The only thing is it's pretty chaotic, so it's not the easiest place to draw and make films and take photos and all the other things I want to do and chat to people. So I haven't really done much filming during the day, but I did manage to get a couple of sketches in. I'll show you those now. Here's the first sketch, which was a special, I think a GN based with a AC 6-cylinder engine, quite groovy. I had to do that quite quickly. I think it was about a half an hour sketch. I'm still using these water-soluble Derwent Inktense pencils, and I've got a red one now, which is quite fun on this toned paper. And it allows you, the toned paper allows you to get a few little highlights with a chalk pencil, which is fun. Next, I've got this lovely pickup, which I think is an Austin Big 10 or something like that, which has been converted to a pickup. And then the last one, the one I've just finished, is I think it's a sprint car, sort of Ford Model B engined sprint car, and it was very battered and well used. It just caught my imagination. I thought I'd add a driver and show it at speed. And I thought it's not dark yet, and it's all quietened down a bit, so I can think, and there aren't too many people standing in front of me. So I'm going to draw this car, which is an OTAV. It's got a nice Jap V-twin engine in the front, and I've seen this at the Festival of Sloth a few times, and it's nice to see it here as well. It appeals to my tastes of silly cars. So I've made a start. It's taken about 5 minutes or so. Started off with the front wheel, used that to measure how long the car was, doing the old pencil slidey thumb trick. It's about 2 wheels takes you nicely to the centre of your rear wheel, and then once you've got your wheelbase you can kind of work out where everything else needs to sit on top. So I'm trying to draw nice and lightly so that I can make changes easily if I need to, and I'm not worrying too much about details. I'm just trying to get the big lumps of things in, so it's flywheels and boxy shapes for things. There's an exhaust under there. I'm thinking I might do this car in motion as well, so I'll add a driver. And one thing I'm going to do is, although it's a side view, there's not a lot of perspective in this, but I'm still going to work out where my vanishing point is. So my eye line, the level of my eyes is about here, because I'm sitting on a slope, so I'm quite high up, and I'm kind of in line with the front axle. See, the furthest wheel is directly behind the front wheel, so that means my vanishing point is here. So I can use that to work out angles of things like the tops of the seats, anything parallel basically that's running off to that vanishing point. I can also use it to work out the size of the wheel on the far side, because if this wheel is the right size, I can take a line to the vanishing point from that, top and bottom, and I know that the wheel on the far side needs to fit within there. Obviously I'm looking at the real car to see just how much of it I can see, but just for scale I know it needs to sit within those 2 lines going off to the vanishing point, which is handy. It's kind of hard to imagine. I know when I've seen people driving this that they're quite tall in the car, so I can't really do my usual driver leaning forward too much. He could still be craning his head forward a bit. Give him one of those berets on back to front. Right, that's probably enough for that. Well, I'm using these water-soluble pencils, so I might just shade a few areas in very, very lightly, because it goes a lot darker when you add the water. The engine's going to be quite dark. It's all covered in oil. Right, let's get some water on there and see what happens. Hopefully we've got some left.
Brakes on. Almost brake really hard. That's it. Well done. Right, we're going to stop here because there's a car coming. Stop there.
So that's a first wash. We've got the basic, so put a bit of tone in, which helps us start to see a bit of a 3D shape. Now we can think about what bits need firming up, get some of those details back that we lost. And I added the water. Oh crumbs, this camera keeps tilting down. I'd normally do my cars flying through the air with all the wheels off the ground. Well, I'll tame it a little bit. Got a few nice little details like rivets holding the bodywork on. Wires for the brakes. So I think we can have another go at adding some water. Just to get some colour out of these dark bits, tie them together a little bit. What you can do, which is quite nice, while it's wet, you can draw into the wet area. And the pencil will go much darker, which is quite fun. Could, at this stage, get the white pencil and add some highlights.
VSCC.
Sunbeam. Oh.
So I think that's pretty much done. I've just been going around looking for any bits that I might have missed. Been looking at trying to firm areas up that I think could do with a little bit of contrast. Just bringing back any lines that have disappeared as I added the water and stuff. Yeah. I think I'll call that done, pretty much. Might have a fresh look in the morning, but I'll scan it in and pop a nice one up for you to see clearly. So here's a brace of Bugattis. Prescott's the home of the Bugatti Owners Club. Here's our first special. Probably got a GN chassis, I imagine. Fraser that. Single seater. This is one of the fastest cars here. It's the Monasco Pirate. There's a very large aero engine in it. ERAs, these are like Grand Prix cars being warmed up, getting readied.
So that was a whiz around half of the paddock. There's loads of stuff missed out, but at least you get an idea for what sort of thing goes on. There's just one more car that I'm going to show you, which is quite fun because there's a nice story behind it. It was actually just built on the basis of one of my little thumbnail sketches. So I did a little tiny little doodle, thought no more about it, and then one day got an email from Martin saying, I was really inspired by your little sketch and I decided to base my Austin on it. So we're going to have a look at that now. So this is called Cedric because it's made of cedar. See these lovely cedar strips here on the steering wheel. You can get the reflection off. There's the sketch.